Hello and welcome back to Fluttering Butterflies. My name is Michelle, and for this video I'd like to share with you my July book haul. July was an amazing month for acquiring books for me, and I'm going to show you 33 books. Let's get started. The first 4 books that I want to share with you are the 4 books that I received from Penguin for their Pack-a-Puffin campaign, in which they're repackaging old classics in new covers. They sent Clever Polly and the Stupid Wolf by Catherine Storr. This looks amazing. I've never heard of it, but it looks amazing, doesn't it? And then to go along with the Pack-a-Puffin, they let me choose 3 books that I wanted. I've already done a video for Bookish Brits, I'll leave a link down below, but I chose Bridge to Terabithia by Catherine Patterson, Madame Doubtfire by Anne Fine, and A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. These 3 books I definitely, I've always wanted to read A Wrinkle in Time. I've heard amazing things about it, and I'm reading Bridge to Terabithia and Madame Doubtfire with the boys this summer. I think all of their new covers look absolutely stunning. I also received The Butterfly Shell by Maureen White. This is being published in August. It sounds really interesting, it sounds quite emotional. I really don't know very much about it, except that it's about a girl struggling in the first year of secondary school, I believe. And she's having some difficulties making friends, fitting in. It sounds like it'd be a very emotional read. Next up, I received Dreamland by Robert L. Anderson. This is a second copy. I've already read and enjoyed this one. It's about a girl who is able to walk into other people's dreams, and it's really, really interesting. It's being published the end of September. Do look out for that when that's available. Next up, I'm really thrilled to have a copy of 1,000 Nights by E.K. Johnston. This is sort of a retelling of Scheherazade, and it sounds really, really good. I have very high hopes for this one. Next up we have this book. I actually received 2 copies of This Raging Light by Estelle Lore, and the 2 copies was if you read it and loved it, I'm supposed to gift that to someone else, and I did. I absolutely adored This Raging Light. Just everything about it made me fall very hard in love with it, and I'm thinking really, really hard about who I'm going to be gifting my copy to. It's not being published until January next year, and I will definitely be talking more about this one very soon. I also received The Edge of Shadows by Elizabeth George. This is the 3rd YA novel by Elizabeth George, who is generally a crime author, and this kind of mixes crime with the paranormal. I read and enjoyed the first book in this series, but I haven't caught up with the series since then, and I really want to, so thank you for this book. I also received Katie by Jacqueline Wilson, her newest book. I also received these 3 hacks for Minecraft books. I'm gonna have to just show you the picture because as soon as I open this envelope, my 2 boys spirited these 3 books away, but I'm hoping that they will be talking about how they find these books in a video very soon. One of the most exciting books that I received this month is Railhead by Philip Reeve, his new book. It's coming out in October. I cannot wait. I'm so excited about this book, and it came really lovely. It came packaged in this really pretty paper, and I opened it up, and actually he'd signed it for me, and oh, dying to read this one. So excited. I also received a proof copy and also a finished copy of Longbow Girl by Linda Davies. It's about a cool female archer, and it just sounds so very good. I'm definitely looking forward to reading this book. I also received Crow Mountain by Lucy Inglis and Dark Mirror by Helen Maslin, and these 2 were kind of pitched together in terms of sort of dark romances, and I'm so excited to read both of these books. They both sound incredible. Another book that I'm super excited about is this book, Illumini by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Wow, look at the size of it. Look at the size of it. It's supposed to be like a space opera sort of romance with all these other things thrown in. It's kind of chunky, and that does worry me slightly, but the hype and the buzz on this book makes me super excited as well. The next book that I received for review this month is Asking for It by Louise O'Neill. This is a book that I heard Louise talk about quite a bit at YALC. It's about consent and victim blaming and rape culture, and I think it's going to be a really emotional, important book to have read. I also received Dark Room by Tom Becker. This is another book in the Red Eye horror series from Stripes, and it's about photography and selfies, and it just sounds like it's going to be super scary, and I really think that horror is something that that should happen more often in YA. I'm really excited about this next book. It's called DC Superheroes Origami. And this is a Curious Fox book. It has a whole bunch of different instructions on how to make superhero related origami, and there's origami papers in the back to help us out. I have enlisted both of my boys' help in reviewing this book. We're gonna go through it, we're gonna try out some of the different instructions, and we're gonna show you what we come up with very, very soon. So if superheroes or origami is your thing, definitely check out the channel very soon for a review of this book. I have a small pile of books that I've received or bought at YALC that I'll be going through in just a minute, but for now, two books that I bought this month are This Lullaby by Sarah Dessen and The Truth About Forever, also by Sarah Dessen. Now, absolutely ages ago, foolishly, I gave away most of my Sarah Dessen books, even though I love her, and I just thought, you know what, let's share the love, we'll pass it on. And then it got to a point where I thought, oh no, I really, really want to read some of my favorite books again. So I picked these books up at a charity shop. They're in really good condition, actually. And they were only £1.50 for the pair of them, so hurrah! Soon enough I will have my collection back to where it should be. I was invited to a blogger brunch, and in the goodie bag was a copy of Silence is Goldfish, the new book by Annabelle Pitcher, and she was there talking to us about her book, and she signed my copy, which is lovely. She's lovely, and I'm really looking forward to reading this book. About a girl who kind of feels under pressure to be somebody that she's not by her family, and then she finds out this really big secret, and then she decides to not use her voice, and how silence is a lot more powerful sometimes than words. And I'm just really excited about this one. I also received a second copy of Stone Rider by David Hoffmeyer. This book does sound amazing, but I already have a copy of it, so that will probably be put into a giveaway at some point. This is very exciting. This is the new book by Jennifer Donnelly, These Shallow Graves, being published in October, and I have a copy of it. I'm so excited. I love Jennifer Donnelly. While I was at YALC, I bought a copy of Cara Staton's new book, Counting Stars, about a girl who goes to live in Liverpool with some roommates, and things happen, and I'm so looking forward to it. And one of the people that I was most looking forward to meeting at YALC was Jenny Valentine, the author of Broken Soup and many more, and I bought a copy of this book myself and one to give away, so look out on the blog for that sometime soon. And while I was at YALC, Hotkey did their book swap stand again, and I brought a couple of books that I no longer wanted, and I picked up these two books. The first is Unstoppable by Liz Banks, which I've already read and loved, but I had an ebook version of this book, so it's nice to have a physical copy, and I have a copy of Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. I've read and enjoyed the first book. I have the second book on my Kindle to read, and now when I do find the time to read that second book, I can just dive straight into the third. So that's it from me today. Those are all 33 books that I received for review or bought during the month of July. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again next time.